Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the mental game of trading. So it's psychology. In my opinion, I think this is the hardest thing to learn and to master because it's all internal in your head. So yeah, let's start. So why is trading so hard? If you think about it, trading is not a hard thing to do because you're just really getting in and out of a trade. You're entering here, you're selling there. You're trying to make a profit. But the reason why it's so hard is because it's the mental game that holds you back. Because you can learn everything. You can learn all the technical analysis, be in front of all the major news, the fundamentals, but you're still going to lose money sometimes. Why? Because that's just the way it goes. You cannot control the market. And in my opinion, I think it's the mental game and the discipline of trading that holds you back. It holds me back. The biggest losses I have on my accounts are because I don't cut losses fast enough. Even when I think it's a good trade, a good setup, I go in, but it just somehow just, dips. It just goes against me really, really fast. I mean, it sucks. Like, it is probably the hardest thing to do, in my opinion. It's just to exit and to walk away and to come back and feel okay because you're losing money. Real money's on the line. So that's why I think having the right mindset in trading is really important. Trading is an extremely emotional thing because it's all on you. You're the one entering, exiting, risking your money, and you're the one fighting here, right? You're the one going to battle, trying to make money, and emotions cloud your judgment. So this is a very, very key thing. Okay, so you have to learn to control your emotions. It's super hard. It sounds easy to do, but it is really, 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 really hard. Okay, and the more emotional you are, the more prone you are to making bad trades. Like, there are times where I would go into a trade, and it's like, I gotta make my money back. I have to make my money back, and then I over leverage. I risk too much size, too many contracts, and I'm pretty much just hoping it goes back up to break even. But I think we all know that if you do that, more likely than not, you're going to blow your account and you lose a lot of money, and then you're going to feel like shit afterwards. So placing a trade just to place a trade is not trading. That's more like gambling, or just, you're just pretty much throwing things against a wall and hoping something sticks. It's not the right mindset because at that point you're not really trading. You're hoping. Hoping is great, but this is the hardest game in the world. If you want to be a good trader, you need to really control yourself. So it's like boxing. I saw a video of I think it was Adrian Broner. He had an interview where he was like, in boxing, you cannot be angry at your opponent. The more angry you are, the more fucked up you're gonna get, because they'll see how angry you are and how desperate you are just by looking in your eyes. And if they can calm down and see how you're acting, and then they can read you better, and they're gonna win because they'll use that to their advantage. They're gonna piss you off even more. They're gonna fuck with you, and then you're just gonna start raging. But they're boxing, you're just throwing punches. So yeah. Let's see, next slide. Okay, so trading, I think, is something everyone can learn. It's not for people who are like geniuses, or like just. It's not a secret to learn trading. Everyone can learn technical analysis, fundamental analysis. Everyone can see news events. They're all public. Earnings, they're all public. Everything you need to learn about trading is out there, and it's really easy to learn. It takes time. It might take maybe like a year or two to really get everything down, but you can do it. Anyone can do it. Okay, but to be good at it is really hard. It's like sports. It's like, why is Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan so good at basketball when they're just playing a game? Why aren't there more like Kobe and Michael Jordan? It's because they know that the mental game of basketball, football, soccer, whatever it is, they know that it's what separates them. It's like, trading is just it's such a simple thing to do, but it is really, really hard. Everyone can be average. Like, anyone can just enter a trade and win or lose, because there's only two outcomes: either you're gonna make money or you're gonna lose money, okay, or three, or break even. But I mean, even a newbie who just started today trading can enter into a position, go long, and then make money in like a minute, or they can lose money. So it's a very simple thing to do, but it's a very hard thing to do because of your emotions, and to really just control yourself. Controlling yourself is the hardest thing to do in this game, in my opinion. So I think we should learn how to trade like an athlete. You know, like Michael Jordan said in his famous commercial, he's missed so many shots in his career. He's lost this many games, blah, blah, blah. But that's why he succeeds. This is why he wins. He wins because he takes a shot. He tries. And if it doesn't work out, it's all good. You know, he'll just come back, and the next shot he takes, he'll be completely focused, and he'll act as if that first shot where he missed didn't happen. That's how you have to be. So athletes and artists who are really good at the craft, they've done all the work they can already. They've learned everything that they can. Like with traders, you've learned all your analysis, you've done your homework, you know what's coming up with news events, you know, the earnings. But it doesn't matter because you can still miss. So I think the biggest thing you have to do is you have to approach every trade as if you win or lose, no matter what happens, you have to stay stoic. You have to be emotionless. It's really hard. Okay, I can't stress how hard that really is. You know, because you're risking money each trade. So yeah, so taking a loss does not mean that you're not a good trader. It's just the nature of the beast. No one wins 100% of the time. In fact, you're probably going to take more losses than you have winners. It's like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady. They have all had a lot of misses. They probably missed more than everyone else on the team. But they approach each game, each play, as if nothing else happened. It's like to us as traders, you have to approach each trading session as if it's brand new. Each trade is brand new. Whatever happened, it already happened. It is what it is. Let it go and reset. So you have to be able to reset and still be focused. And it's like, for me, I like competition. I think trading is probably the best game in the world. I grew up playing video games like StarCraft and World of Warcraft, and I always wanted to be the best at whatever I played. I like the competition. I like playing things where, like, you can keep score. And I think trading is the best thing to do, or the best game to play, where, you know, like, you can really win and feel really good and keep score. Like, imagine trading, like, imagine a game or a world where you know you won't lose. Why would you even want to play? It's boring because you already know the outcome. So I think as human beings, competition drives us. And I think tilt is the biggest enemy in trading. Tilt sucks. Tilt is like when you get angry and then you revenge trade or you overtrade, and then that just leads to more losses. I've done that so many times I can't even count. Only you can control where and when you enter and exit a trade and how much you risk per trade. This is the only thing you can control in trading. Everything else you cannot do. You can learn every strategy. You can buy every course that's out there. You can do whatever you want, but you can only control these three things: where you enter, where you exit, and how much you risk. And revenge trading, like if you lose, let's say you lose $500 on a trade, you're like, fuck, this sucks. And then, you know, like 2 minutes later, you're like, fuck, I want to make my money back. So you risk even more now. Let's say I'm going to go 2 contracts in on the first time. It's $500. Okay, it's not that bad, right? $500, I can make it back. It's not that big of a loss, right? Fine. 2 minutes later, hey, I see a setup coming on. Now I'm going to risk 5 contracts, or like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 contracts. And I'm just praying it's going to make my money back. And, you know, sometimes it will, but a lot of times it won't. And the times that it won't, and when it goes against you and you trade that much bigger than you normally do, you're fucked. Your account's going to be blown, you're going to lose a lot of money, and it's just not worth it. So this is why when I say like psychology is so important, is because it really is. You have to control yourself. And over trading, it's like, what's earlier? if you're bored sitting in front of a screen and you're just trading because you want to just place a trade, that is not a good thing to do, because you're going to lose a lot of money like that, because you're not really trading at that point, you're gambling. And yeah, just don't do that. And sorry about that. And not being able to take a loss is probably like the number one thing that makes traders quit. Because if you can't take a loss and you say, I have to win on this trade, and you don't, and then you start raging, and then that'll lead to more losses, because you're going to keep trading. You're going to keep trading until you try to break even, or make a small gain, or you blow your account. So control yourself. I think at the end of every day or every trade, you need to hit the reset button, especially when you take a fat loss. When you take a big loss, or you have a consecutive series of losses, it'll really hurt your mindset and your confidence. You're going to be like, why? Like, am I not good enough? No, it's not true. It's just the way it is. I mean, everyone has fat losses. Everyone has losses in a row. It is what it is. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. This is just the nature of the game. So, you know. And if you, in your head, say, I can't take another loss, this trade has to work, I have to make money on this trade, no matter what. So you're going to hold this position until you make money or break even. But what happens when it goes against you so much and you feel the pressure, and then you're just like, holy shit, what the fuck did I just do? This is the absolute worst killer of trading accounts and your money. So I think the right mindset would be like, okay, this is a good setup for me. This trade matches my style. I'm gonna go in. But if it doesn't work, then it's all good. And if it hits this X dollar loss, or this X point on my charts, or whatever it is you do to judge your trade, you got to get out of it, no matter what. Okay, and even if it rebounds like within the next minute, you have to control yourself. Don't be angry. You got out. You followed your plan. Okay, you have to get out while the losses can be minimized. This is really hard because you're already invested. You're not just invested financially, you're invested emotionally. So, I mean, no one wants to lose, right? No matter what you do in life, you don't want to lose. Whether it's losing money, losing a video game, losing a game of basketball, whatever you're doing, no one likes losing. But in trading is probably the only thing that I can think of where if you can learn how to lose, then you'll actually be a good winner. And you'll be a big winner. Because if you can minimize your losses really, really early on, and then let your winners ride, then you'll make a lot of money. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'm going to try to do a series on this topic of psychology, because I think this is probably the hardest thing to do for traders, especially when you're new. It was the hardest thing for me when I first started out, and even now. I've been trading for years, and it's still the hardest thing. Because, again, it's internal. It's in your mind. So you have to control yourself. So yeah, so please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll make a new video pretty soon. Part 2 of the series coming shortly. And if there's any feedback, please leave in the comments below. And thanks again, guys. I'll see you on the next one.